Hey, I'm back. It's week 7, one of the strangest weeks of football I've ever witnessed in my life. I guess the best way to do it is just to do it Cardinals and Saints. And the Cardinals proved to be still the most inconsistent team I've ever seen. And the Saints are still not very good. Yeah, they're putting up decent, they put up a good fight, but the thing is, Andy Dalton ain't the answer. You can't the Saints just aren't that good of a team for them to have a legit run. Next was the Ravens and Browns. It was a close game. It was a close, good game. The Browns like to just hurt themselves constantly, don't they? Over and over again. The Browns are the Browns' worst enemy. The Ravens wanted this game to be, wanted to blow another game. But, the Ravens win this one. But the thing is, I don't know what's going to I don't think much is going to change once Deshaun comes in. Next was Bengals and Falcons. And this game wasn't really that close. You had the Bengals and Joe Burrow, who was just on fire. Dude was throwing the ball wherever he wanted. Chase, Higgins, and Boyd all having huge games. And yeah, the Falcons didn't look horrible offensively, but I mean it wasn't the worst game from the Falcons I've ever seen. But the Bengals completely outclassed them and completely dominated them the whole time. And Lions and Cowboys, this hurts because honestly, the Lions, I like this team. I like everything about them, but yet they're not even coming close to winning. And it's just hard to keep defending this team and saying like, oh, maybe next week. The Cowboys are a good team. They're one of the best teams in football right now, and the Lions are one of, if not the worst teams in football. I'd still say the Panthers are the worst, but the Lions are down there. I have to just keep pushing the Lions down further and further down my power ranking every week. Then we got the Giants and the Jags, and goddamn, the Giants. I'm done. I'm out of excuses. They are a good team. I know they played the Jags, and the Jags just are not a good team. The Jags were in it to the last play, but that one dude fucking dabbed, and that's why they lost on the 1 yard line. But still, the Giants. Giants are a good team. This team is Brian Dable has really put this team together and figured everything out for this team. They're a good team. They're good. They're a good time. Yeah, Titans and Colts is another game here. The Titans confuse me. Are they good? Are the Titans good? I don't think they are. I don't think the Titans are good at all. Bruh, they are so bad. They're not good. The Titans aren't good. The Titans win. But it doesn't say much because the Colts are even worse. The Colts are starting Sam Ehlinger next week with every option on the table. The Colts are an abysmal team. They are so bad. Jonathan Taylor looks like shit. The whole team, the offensive line looks like dog. Everything looks so bad for the Colts in every way. And I thought, oh, it's just an excuse, right? Or not an excuse. I was like, oh, I'll just keep finding excuses to make it seem like they're better than they are, but they're just so bad. That game was so boring. Next was Packers and Commanders, and I love watching Aaron Rodgers lose, but there's something off with that team. Rodgers is not playing well at all. The only player in that offense that's playing well is Aaron Jones, in my opinion. But how long until we can say Rodgers is washed? How long until it's not even the fact that he's washed. How long until we stop defending the Packers as a community and saying like this team's bad? Rodgers is probably not going to get a second ring, but at this rate, but we'll see. But the Commanders, bad team. The Commanders, very bad team. Taylor Heineke though turned it on the second half and really made the Commanders gave that Commanders the win. The defense played well. The offense played well. This team is, the Commanders, like I said, Commanders nothing special. But they're winning games they shouldn't. Like that game, the Packers should have won that easily. Another game, the shocker of the week. Now listen, I was saying to all my friends, my family, the Buccaneers can score 2 points and win this game. I thought the Panthers were going to get shut out, completely locked down. I was wrong. P.J. Walker had the highest QBR in Panthers history. And the Panthers, without Christian McCaffrey, which hurts, still, they won. Chuba and Dante Foreman, double-headed attack, beat the Buccaneers 21-3. I'm still in shock. I am blown away. Like, goddamn, how did we let this happen? Also, Brady, what is going on with Brady? Dude shouldn't have come back this year. I know a lot of people are always say like, oh, you can't count Brady out, but at this point it's starting to get a little hard to defend him at this point because this is now multiple weeks where this offense is just stalled, especially an offense against the Panthers, and the Panthers defense did play well enough to do it. Who knows? Maybe the Panthers are about to turn around. Raiders and Texans. I'm starting to get real upset at this Mac Hollins dude. No beef towards him legitimately as a guy, but fantasy wise, this guy's really irritating me. But no, the Raiders, they win the game, and they win it by 18 points. And it was a good, fun game. The Texans still look like one of the least talented team in the league, and the Raiders might finally be piecing something together. The machine has a little hum to it. Like, there's not much to say about this game. It was just one of those games that just happened. Next was Jets and Broncos, and Jets fans, I'm sorry that Breece Hall tore his ACL, and I'm feeling it. He's my number one running back in fantasy. No, the Broncos, it looks like it's not just a Russell Wilson problem. It looks like it's a Nathaniel Hackett problem, putting up 9 points against the Jets defense. And, I get the Jets have been good this year, but the thing is are the Jets that good? This Broncos team should be blowing people out, and yet they're putting up 9 points against the New York Jets. But hey, Jets fans, you got something to be proud of. You guys have won like 4 straight. That's wild. Congrats. Seahawks and Chargers. I didn't get to catch the end of this game, but the Chargers lose to the Seahawks. And the Seahawks are an elite team this year. A lot better than I thought, They just keep winning these games they shouldn't, and this team might sneak in to a wild card here. But the Chargers should have won this game. They're the much more well-rounded team, and it was just a bad day. They just got just wasn't their day. And that's fine. I'm not worried about the Chargers at all. This is their 3rd loss, but I think that they'll be perfectly fine for next week. I think they'll come back, win next week, and call it a day. Chiefs and 49ers. This one hurt. This one real hurt. The Chiefs beat the Niners handily. Christian McCaffrey wearing the Niners uniform really. I shed a couple tears the other night when that trade came through. But no, the Niners. I think this team will be better once they find a rhythm with Christian and Debo and all that. Even though I think I saw Debo's questionable for next week, but we'll see. Once they find a rhythm with Christian and Debo, and for them both, I think this team will be really, really good. Even though Jimmy G is just the world's best game manager, I still think they'll be one of the better teams in the league. But the Chiefs are just so good this year. It's so hard for me to say a bad thing about them. They just win. They just win big games. They're that team. They are them. The Dolphins and the Steelers, and the Dolphins with Tua back. A close one against the Steelers. I didn't get a chance to watch this, sadly, but the Dolphins in a close game against the Steelers, they do win, and I would imagine and the Steelers offense is gonna continue to struggle. Kenny Pickett throwing 3 interceptions. The Steelers are battling for a high draft pick. We'll see if they actually... In this city, it's panic mode, and it's hilarious. But it's funny. It's a good time. But no, the Dolphins, it's going to take a week or two to get back in his rhythm. But I still really do like the Dolphins as a team. And then the last game, the Bears and the Patriots. Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi both played, right? And yet, they both sucked today. They both were not good today. And Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones weren't good in this game. The Patriots' offense looked terrible. 14 points against the Bears, and the Bears are the worst 3-4 team I've ever seen in my life. Justin Fields had an amazing game for his standards. They just keep going up against teams that just don't know how to play football anymore, I guess. So, yeah, the Bears win. Yay. Don't know why we keep putting the Bears in primetime. But, yeah, I guess that's really it for this week. Wasn't much to talk about, honestly. Yeah, here are the power rankings. I will catch you guys in a week. Bye.